What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I have a really exciting video for me and hopefully for you too. I'm going to be doing a collab with Eva's Animal World. We're doing how to make your Crabitat look natural, and you can follow along with me if you'd like. So I'm going to start with these supplies which I've found from the garden. I also have some other supplies in my Crabitat and I'll get them out and show you after this. So to begin with, we've got some safe leaf litter for the hermit crabs, and this is just some grapevine leaves. So the next thing I've got here is a piece of rock that I found in the garden, and something else that you can choose to do is go to the pet shop and they usually sell rocks. So we're going to be putting that in the oven too, but doing it slowly. The next thing I've got is an old bit of pipe or a flower pot. And this is going to be just used for a hide. I'm not completely sure whether I'm going to use this or not. The next things and the things that I'm most excited about are these pieces of wood which I got from the garden. All I did was I found some dead pieces of wood off some safe trees and I cut them off, and we've got some ash and birch tree wood in here, and I'm going to bake all of that. I got all of these things from outside and it's autumn right now, so it's perfect for collecting leaf litter. So I'll pop these in the oven. Okay guys, so I've got the oven on. It's heating up to 80 degrees and it's gonna be on for 20 minutes. I've put all the logs in first and I've talked to my dad. What we're gonna do is we're going to wash this off with the hose, then pour some boiling water over it so that the heat changes aren't too great and so that the rock won't explode and wreck the oven, and then we're going to put it in the oven. So right now I'm just going to go and wash this off. Okay, so now we've got the bucket with the rock inside of it just filling up with hot water. So we're just going to let this sit in here until the sticks are done, and hopefully it will be all good, and I've already hosed it down. Okay, so the branches are now done and they've been heated at 80 degrees for 20 minutes. So now all the bugs and mites or anything that could get into the tank are now gone. And so now we're going to be taking them out and transferring this just nice and warm little rock that I'm going to put in my tank. We'll see how that goes. So I've just done all of these and I've found that there was actually an ant's nest in here, so that is, for one, sad. RIP little ants who just wanted to live their life in this stick, but also good because I don't want an ant's nest coming into my hermit crab tank. So as you can see, I've emptied out my tank and this is how it looks. This over here was my humidifier before I had this new one which I've got, which I really recommend. This was an old one that didn't really work. Anyway, I put it in, and the last time I dug something up and I came across a hermit crab, so I really don't want to risk taking that out and disturbing a hermit crab. So before I put in all my new stuff, I'm just going to add some more water to the tank, because since I've got a ceramic heat bulb and the 2 heat mats, it is going to be drying out because they need to have the sandcastle consistency. Anyway, what I've done is I've filled up my fresh water container and I've filled it up with dechlorinated water, and I've just poured a bit into each corner of the tank, and I usually put a little bit under this area because it's right underneath the heat lamp. So now I've done that, I'm just going to give you a little explanation of what I've done with my tank supplies. So out of all these items, there's obviously the necessary ones like these. I'm thinking about replacing these with natural bowls, looking bowls. This is the first priority. So all of these items I'll try and fit into my tank, as well as most of the natural looking leaves. They're my second priority, greenery. The next priority is these natural made but don't look natural, so like my little net bridges and all them kind of things. And then the last priority, which I'll try not to include, are my plastic things. It's just past 8 o'clock and little Coco and Mr. Pistachio have come up from being buried. Okay, so I've got a little bit of an idea for this back container here. I'm thinking I could put some play sand in there and maybe a little bit of eco earth, because I haven't made some up yet, but I could use that as just like a little area for them to bury in if they wanted to. So a little update, I've just gone and watched some hermit crab videos, and guess what? Well, you can't actually guess, but Mr. Pistachio had escaped because I left the hermit crab tank door open and he was on the middle of the floor when I found him. Luckily Coco is a good girl and she wouldn't do that. So this is the finished Crabitat setup. So now I'm going to give you a little tour of everything in the tank. So over this side is the beach side, and obviously we've got the coral kind of circle surrounding the saltwater pool. And the saltwater pool, I put both pieces of coral in, as well as two little small natural looking plants. Then we've got the volcanic rock, little piece of coral that I had, a stick, a bit of challah wood for them to climb up since they seem super interested in the corners of the tank, a coconut hut, their cuddle bone, lots of leaf litter all around the tank, coconut hut, driftwood to separate it, the bonsai tree, their freshwater pool, and their freshwater pool has little leaves in it. And I really like this. It's kind of like a very foresty look to go with the foresty side on this side of the tank. Then we have a little stick along the front here. This is the one with the ant's nest in it, which I got rid of. So this is the coconut hut, and this is probably my favourite bit about the tank. But it's got like a little bridge which I made a while ago, connecting it to the stick. And it's a moss pit with some substrate in it. My big plant, my forest plant, a bit of mapani wood, not mapani wood, driftwood, as well as that there's the food dish and a bit of millet seed. Right now we've got the ceramic pot as a little hide. We've got the shells, but I hid it behind the mapani wood so it didn't look unnatural. So the mapani wood leads up to the little humidifier box which I had in there. I filled that with substrate. And then that leads a stick across all the way to there. And then it's got like another stick going up here to there. and this stick is like a little thing along to this vine. Just behind there, you can't see it, which I like. There's a shell pit, and that's also got the other half of the shells in there for them to change into. So I really enjoyed doing this tank setup. I think it is my favourite one so far. I really hope you enjoyed coming along and setting up my tank with me, and I hope this inspired you to do something similar. Make sure to go and subscribe to Eva's Animal World. She is the best hermit crab channel out there, well, in my opinion, and she will probably be doing an amazing video on her side of the collab right now while I'm filming this. Anyway, I hope you have an amazing day, and definitely go and watch her video. I'll leave it in the link below. Goodbye!